Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the presentation of the new Claypaky luminaires. Here they are. A Lader BI, the LED wash that will surprise you with its versatility. SUPERSHARPY, the low wattage beam light for long throw applications. And Stormy, an LED strobe with a totally new optical design. Now let's get down to details. When the demonstration is over, we'll be available for any further explanation you may need. A Lader BI lights come in two versions, the K10 and the K20, and have many functions and different operating modes. First of all, a Lader BIs are perfect LED wash lights equipped with an extraordinary optical unit. The beam angle reaches a maximum of 60 degrees, very useful when projection distances are short, like in theatres or television studios. The minimum beam angle is even more impressive, just 4 degrees. This means you can work well in large open spaces, like arenas. The light you can see in action is a BI K10, which has 19 LEDs. Note the intensity of its light beam. It is dense and well structured. And here is the BI K20, with its array of 37 LEDs. Its light output and lumen per watt ratio are amazing. BIs use LEDs with RGB white chips. The primary colors are pure and bright, and the mixed colors are extremely beautiful too. Look at the strength of the amber, honey, and salmon shades. If you look towards the light, you'll be pleased to see that the surface of the front lens is evenly illuminated. The grid that separates the LEDs is virtually invisible. However, the BI is not just a wash light. When the beam angle is at its minimum of 4 degrees, the diffused wash mode turns into a concentrated narrow beam. As every single LED can be individually controlled, the light beam consists of a set of separate pulsating microbeams, each with its own color and light intensity. The shape of the light beam may be changed in mid-air with an attractive organic morphing effect. At the same time, you can create color images on the front lens, which transform the BI into a fantastic scenic element. It is now time to introduce a totally new feature, which turns the BI into a source of incredible lighting effects. This function is available on both the BI K20 and the BI K10. Watch! The front lens can rotate in both directions at the speed of your choice. This produces a large number of tiny light beams that open and close like flower petals. This is the revolutionary vortex effect, which fills the atmosphere with light. This BI function may also be used to project beautiful kaleidoscopic images on screens, walls, and parts of the scenery. These dynamic images may be geometric or elegantly organic. The vortex effect and kaleidoscopic projections can be programmed and repeated with absolute precision, since their parameters are digitally controlled. Rotating the front lens is also very useful in wash mode because you may use it to gradually soften the edges of the light beam. And you can even use it as a digital beam shaper to adapt the shape of the beam and its orientation as the set requires. The K10 is also available in an easy version without a rotating front lens, which is therefore unable to produce the vortex effect. For those looking for an excellent wash light without any extra effects, there is also another version called the BI K10 Color Changer. In conclusion, BIs are powerful wash lights with beautiful colors, a zoom with an outstanding range, and a digital beam shaper. BIs are powerful beam lights with digitally controlled beam shape and color. Lastly, the BI, K20 and K10 are two totally new LED lights, able to produce both mid-air and projected visual effects. A Lader BI, 1,000 creative effects for lighting designers, a single light to move around, a single truck space, a single rental cost, a single investment that lasts. And now, here is our second new luminaire, the SUPERSHARPY, at its world premiere. After the Sharpie's extraordinary worldwide success, Claypaky is now launching the SUPERSHARPY, an ACL beam-type moving head with a 7,000 Kelvin 470-watt lamp. Its beam is 4 times brighter than its smaller brothers, a much bigger difference than the difference in the rated wattage of their lamps. The SUPERSHARPY's light beam is sharp and dense, recalling a searchlight. It has a wide 170mm lens at the end of its optical unit. The beam size can be adjusted using a diameter reduction system. There are different sizes, right down to a micro beam, similar to a laser with a 0-degree beam angle. The SUPERSHARPY has a CMY mixing system based on 3 wheels with 8 colors each. Thanks to CTO filters on each wheel, you can produce a wide variety of the warm shades. An additional wheel, which turns very fast, can be used to create an impressive rainbow effect in mid-air. SUPERSHARPY has 2 gobo wheels. The first has 7 rotating dichroic glass gobos, and the second has 20 fixed metal gobos, including a selection of beam diameter reducers. Its gobos may be used to change the shape of the beam in mid-air. But the patterns can also be projected and focused on surfaces dozens of meters away. There's a prism which may be used to split the light beam. And a frost filter that lets you soften the beam edges. There is also an extremely accurate dimmer and variable frequency strobe effect. The SUPERSHARPY is the first of a new generation of Claypaky lights. The legend continues. And finally, here is the last new luminaire, the Stormy, Claypaky's new LED strobe. The Stormy means innovation and tradition, since it uses the latest LED technology but retains the charm of a classic strobe. A strip of powerful white LEDs perfectly emulates a xenon linear lamp. The flash effect is enhanced since the Stormy uses a parabolic reflector like a classic strobe and does not project forwards like other LED strobes. The reflector directs the main beam over an angle of 42 degrees with a 130 degrees free diffusion. Its total luminosity is a remarkable 80,000 lumens. When it pulsates, the Stormy delivers 980 watts. Its flash effect is digitally controlled. The frequency, duration and intensity of the pulses are controlled separately, which is impossible with a conventional strobe. Note how the light turns off instantaneously, creating the typical jerky movement illusion only seen with a true strobe. The time the light is on may be extended as desired. Its power output is 720 watts with automatic adjustment. Note there is no flickering, a parasitic effect seen with traditional strobes. However, its new features don't stop here. The Stormy also comes in an RGB version, which produces flashes of any color without limiting the stroboscopic effect. No more need for gels, which dramatically reduce the amount of light. The Stormy's total brightness is 40,000 lumens. With the Stormy, the age of dinosaurs is over. No more xenon lamps, which last only 500 hours. No more rudimentary dip switches. No more slow, noisy scrollers. At last, a true strobe with the latest technology. This ends our presentation. Please feel free to contact our personnel with any questions you may have. Thank you for visiting with us today. We wish you a pleasant ProLight+Sound show.